city of Michigan was the birthplace of a beloved and unforgettable team. Yet in the rafters at Crisler Arena, the banners that once celebrated those players' achievements have been taken down. At Michigan, it is as if the Fab Five never existed. Oh, but did they ever.
We just had a little flair, a little style.
People call us cocky, but we're a more confident team.
We figured, why don't they like us? How could you not like us? You know, and if you don't like us, we're going to make you like us.
I don't think we ever doubted ourselves from day one. And we knew if we stayed together, we could do anything we wanted to.
Brash, confident. We didn't use the word swagger back then, but we had a hell of a swagger.
The Fab Five: Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, Ray Jackson, the most heralded recruiting class in college basketball history. 15 years ago, they changed the game.
Already, baby! Here they go, the Wolverines!
Arrogant in your face. Whoa, you can't jump up in Christian Laettner's face like that. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on?
It's kind of like the old versus the new. They worried me a little bit. I wouldn't say I was scared, but they worried me a little bit because they're freshmen and they were real loosey-goosey and out there having a good time.
The most culturally influential college basketball team of its era, the Fab Five brought a new style to hoops, starting with their shorts.
Hip-hop was coming into its own thing. We all loved hip-hop. We just wanted to have our own style.
We wanted to be comfortable. We didn't like the tight shorts.
They look like girl shorts. I don't want to look like John Stockton or a ballerina.
From a comfortable standpoint, the baggy shorts helped a lot.
If you go back and look when the Fab Five played, and you look at Arkansas shorts, ours pale by comparison. But we got all the credit and blame for bringing in the long shorts.
The Fab Five also added black socks, black shoes, and bald heads, influencing future NBA stars from top to bottom.
They were definitely the first people that I've seen wear black socks in the basketball game. It was something that nobody did, but it looked pretty stylish.
That was the first time cats was wearing long shorts. Everybody could relate to that, you know what I'm saying? Every time I got a pair, I was trying to, if my shorts wasn't long, I was pulling them down to make them long, you know what I'm saying?
Their playing style was pure street ball, eye-popping alley-oops, rim-rocking slams, smack-talking payback. Old-school college hoops, it wasn't.
I don't want to comment on Michigan winning it at all. It might express a bigger problem that I have with Michigan.
You look at it right now, and it's not a big deal. When you see an athlete with a tattoo, or you see an athlete talking trash on the court, or you see an athlete with a bald head. But back then, it was a big deal. It's like, oh, wow, look at these thugs. Where did they come from?
To some, it seemed brash and immature. But to others, they exuded a youthful freshness that was exhilarating to be around.
I mean, it was hard sometimes to remember that they were 18 years old because they honestly thought they could beat everybody.
Yeah, we were cocky. We were brash. You have to be when you're a pioneer. When you're trying to kick the door down, you try to establish something for everybody else to follow.
In 1992, the Fab Five became the first all-freshman team to take the floor in a title game.
I would say our legacy is we were 5 freshmen that went to the national championship game and lost to a senior-laden Duke team.
We felt that we were more of a team. It wasn't 5 of us, it was 12 of us. I'm not sure that a team should ever take on the character of a group within the team. I felt that that was one of the main reasons that it never achieved a national championship.
Building on their title game experience, the Fab Five continued to flourish as sophomores. Yet, trailing by 2 points at the end of the championship game against North Carolina, they defined their college careers in this 8-second sequence.
Webber brings it down court. They wanted to travel. Webber to the right side with Phelps on him. Webber in the corner. And now he's called what? Michigan can't take a timeout. They don't have a timeout.
Weeks later, with his teammates' support and approval, Chris Webber declared for the NBA draft.
I decided to turn pro. Just a decision that I felt was necessary for me to keep going and to move on.
The Fab Five was no more. Eventually, all but Jackson would sign NBA deals after leaving Michigan. But in 2002, after a federal investigation uncovered that a booster named Ed Martin had given Weber hundreds of thousands of dollars, the university took action.
This is a day of great shame for the university.
Michigan forfeited games, gave back tournament money, and took down the banners in Crisler Arena.
I resented it. I was angry. I felt as if they caved in to what they thought others might want rather than doing what's right.
It did hurt because that never should have happened. People always misunderstood us. They thought that we had an agenda at 18 years old, which is impossible to do.
In 2003, Weber would plead guilty to lying to a grand jury about repaying Martin. By then, Michigan had vacated the records of the Fab Five.
They basically erased their existence. I mean, officially, they don't exist. It's somewhat tragic. You have, Chris Webber, the star of that team, isn't allowed to associate with that basketball team. And the only way he can get into that building is to buy a ticket.
Trust me, if Chris Webber wanted to come back and give them $5 million, they would be so fast into his pocket that you'd make your head swim.
It doesn't taint us at all. Infamy makes you live longer. That's just the bottom line.
You can't think of Michigan without thinking of the Fab Five, and I'm proud of that. I love it, and one day we'll reconcile. One day everything will be okay, because we love it.
As far as the NCAA is concerned, the two trips to the Final Four never happened. But what did happen on the court was special. 55 combined wins in 2 seasons, back-to-back title game appearances before Chris Webber left for the NBA. Webber averaged 19.2 points per game as a sophomore, but it was actually Jalen Rose who led the team in scoring when they were Fab Five freshmen. Michigan president and athletic department both declined to be interviewed for this piece.